Well, it's my position that throttles should be banned from e-bikes, at least the ones that are going to be treated like a bicycle. Change my mind. Stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, today I want to talk a little bit about throttles on e-bikes. And as you can see, we are at a new place here. And if you happen to know where we are, please hit pause and put a comment down below that you know where we're at.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And if you don't know where we're at, make sure you stick around to the end because we will reveal what trail we happen to be on right now.
Oh, wow.
But throttles on e-bikes. There's an e-bike right there as we speak. Throttles on e-bikes. Why should they be banned? Well, I'm not going to say I really truly feel that they should be banned, but if I had to go into court with this and I had to take one side or the other, I got to tell you, I think the winning side would be that throttles should be banned. And I say this because I get some of the bigger videos, the ones that have kind of got most views. I've had a lot of people that were not e-bike folks commenting on. And I've learned a lot of their thought process as they're making their comments. But I gotta say, the first and foremost thing would be that a throttle muddies the water between what is an e-bicycle and what is an e-moto. It really muddies the water. Hey, speaking of muddy in the water, I don't know if you can see how muddy that water is down there, but that might be a little hint as to where we're at. But that would be one thing that definitely, that would be a point in favor of banning throttles. Oh, by the way, I am with the lovely, beautiful, talented Mrs. Southern e-bike, Mrs. Southern Cycling. Say hello, darling.
Hi, all.
So, and we found this new trail. Now, what would be some other reasons that we should ban the throttles? Well, I constantly get this argument that it's these young hooligans that are out there ruining it for everybody else. Well, do you think if they didn't have throttles on these bikes, these young hooligans, as everybody tends to call them, and are just youngsters because we all did the same thing when we were that age, do you think they'd really be flying around on these bikes? I don't. I think they wouldn't be buying them. Oh, I think they could be buying them to fly around off the road, but they wouldn't be allowed legally on this type of a trail. And so it could be enforced very easily by just looking to see if it has a throttle. You don't have to inspect it. You don't have to see what size motor it has on it. You don't have to see how fast it's able to go. All you have to do is look and see a throttle, and you know it's illegal on here. Little food for thought, huh? What's some other arguments, Michelle, that would be for keeping the throttle? Give me an argument for keeping the throttle.
Gives you better maneuverability in situations when you need a zap of power.
Okay, you know, I got a debate for that too, because...
Honey, I'd just like to throw this in there. You have a debate for everything.
Oh, yeah, well, here's the thing. How long have I said these e-bikes should be getting made lighter and lighter? You know, if they didn't have a throttle on them, these companies would be concentrating on making these bikes lighter, and you wouldn't need that throttle for maneuverability. Look how light that Trek bike is of mine, and it's not really outrageously light. You know,
yeah.
But if they made these things like a Class 1 EMTB, where they're nice and lightweight, a full suspension bike under 50 pounds, you wouldn't need that throttle for maneuverability. You'd be able to just pedal it off very easily. So, I think that argument, I would win it. I would win it.
We ain't in a court of law right now.
Yeah, well, I know, and I gotta live with you, huh? So I better
something
not win
like
this
that.
debate. What would be another reason, Michelle, that some
For
folks might say.
riders that have disabilities.
For riders that have disabilities, okay?
Physical, whether they're physical or, you know,
Uh-huh.
whatever other, you know.
And if you have a disability, they allow you to park somewhere different than they allow everybody else. What would be the difference with this right here? You could get a placard that says you are allowed to have a throttled e-bike, but you would have to get an actual placard from a doctor that says that.
But then you're
Make sure everything's okay.
talking about
Everything good?
registration.
Y'all good? Gotcha. Have a blessed day.
So, you too, thank you. Then you start getting government involved.
No, you don't.
If you have to get a placard, oh yes you do. Placards require registration. To get a handicap sticker, you got to do the DMV
Well, I mean,
thing.
but if you want that extra privilege,
What extra
that's
privilege?
what you have to go with, of being able to have a throttle out here. You know, so I don't really necessarily, what I consider intervention from government is when everybody has to get their bikes registered, not just somebody that wants to use it as a, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I'm just playing devil's advocate
Right.
here.
I know, I am too. I'm trying to make this argument just because I think from speaking with people that were not bicyclists that it would, I think it would be, I think it could very well be a winning argument.
That's very much so, very possible.
So what else, what other reason could there be for keeping a throttle on the e-bikes?
Well, I think I've mentioned the physicalities of it. I've mentioned the better maneuverability. I know there was a third one, I can't remember it.
I'm not sure what it would be.
I'm trying to think of one off the fly.
I know people say they would be safer in traffic, but you know, so that you can keep up with traffic. And I would have absolutely zero problem with having a throttle e-bike.
Yeah, but if you're in traffic, you're already on the road. You're not on the...
Exactly. I just don't know that they need to be treated like a regular bicycle. Especially if you're capable of going at fast speeds. And if you have to keep up the traffic to be safe, well...
I mean, I think the bottom line, something's going to have to be done to keep all these e-bike laws at bay.
Yeah, well, it's already getting done.
Yeah.
And I think if they were to make something like this, it would leave probably half of the bicycles alone. Because I think fully, especially, like I would actually disconnect this throttle on this bike because I've already done it on my Trek bike. I hooked it back up. I'm looking at maybe selling that bike. I got enough backup bikes right now. But, oh, it looks like we got a little tunnel up here, Michelle.
There we go.
There we go. So who knows where we're at yet? Who knows where we're at yet? Michelle, you going to do your traditional train whistle?
Well, I can try. Here we go. Woo, woo!
There you go.
Woo, hell, it's dark in here. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to say that.
Turn on your headlight, girl.
Yeah,
Turn on
no
your
kidding.
headlight.
Let's try that. Well, I don't need my dang headlight now. It just went through the tunnel.
There is a chains hanging down there, and that's so when people were on top of the train back in the day, they would feel that and knew that they was about to get taken out, clotheslined right off of their train. So they'd have to duck down, people up on the roof walk.
Yeah,
But
I'm good.
that would be, let's get back to these throttles here. How many arguments do we hear that, well, it's just safer. If you have to pull out on a hill, you need to have a throttle. Well, okay, then how about if they cut off at 10 miles an hour? Oh, that ain't right. No, that's no good. Well, now wait a minute. Do we really want a lot of people that cannot pull out on a bicycle going 30 and 40 miles an hour on them without having insurance that they might wreck into my car out on the roads? Now, who do you think would win that argument in a court of law with all population, not just with e-bikes or bikers or anything like that, with all populations, or all different segments of the population? All right, how about another one here? The e-bikes already have a terrible, terrible reputation. And how many times do you see when this comes up on a video, you'll see all the comments about the spandex crowd and how bad they are and how they are the ones that are really... Michelle, this is the trailhead that we came by earlier.
Yeah, we had a little bit of an
And
adventure
you're
trying to get onto this trail.
Yeah. Yeah, Google Maps didn't do a very good job for us here. But you see on these videos constantly that it's the spandex crowd causes more trouble. And I tend to agree that I have been passed more times by road cyclists that don't want to slow down because they're going to lose their momentum. They want to be head down so they're not looking far in front of themselves, so that they're aerodynamic, because they want to keep their speed going. How are you doing today? Hello, puppy. You're okay, my friend. You're okay, my friend. You okay with the pup there? Yeah, you're good. And they a lot of times don't even have a bell on and warn you because they don't want to add any weight to their bike. Okay? I think a good argument could be made that those people are more of a problem than others. Here is the problem with that argument. To the general public, to me, I see a bicyclist, road cyclist coming by me, and I see a bicycle passing me, and I see all these other bicycles out there, and that's what the common public sees, is a small percentage of the bicycles out there are road cyclists that go past people. All right, now, let's look at Joe Public again, and he sees an e-bike out there flying around, an e-moto, let's say. Got quite a few dogs up here, Michelle. We'll slow down. And we're going to wait until we come on by here. Hello, puppies. We're not surprising y'all. How y'all doing today? Oh, we're better than we deserve, thanks. I'll wait until Michelle gets by there, because those dogs were free, but I didn't figure there was going to be any real problems.
All right,
they were actually better than the one that was leashed up back there.
I'm good.
Yep, okay. As Joe Public sees all of these young hooligans, as everybody calls them, out there flying around on an e-bike, they recognize immediately that that's an e-bike.
Time.
Yeah. And they get to thinking that that's what all e-bikes are. That's the high percentage of the e-bikes. So when the legislation comes through, why, that's all that they end up thinking of e-bikes as. They're all like that. Where they realize that's only a small percentage of the bicycles that are going past them like that. So, yeah, if we didn't have throttles on these things, I think a lot of the younger crowd would not be buying the bikes that look like bicycles and have a throttle. And you could enforce keeping the basically e-motos off of the bicycle trails. So that's my argument about it. What do you think, Michelle?
Something's going to have to be done.
I mean,
it's either something's going to have to be done by the general public, or the politicians are going to come in and they're just going to wipe everything out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then what's going to happen down the line, just short time afterwards, is, well, we'll just go ahead and put licenses on these, and, you know, then you can ride.
Yep, yep. And that's what it boils down to. So that's my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not trying to tell you they should be banned, the throttles, or should not be banned, but I'm here to tell you that's a good argument. The argument could be made that I think it would win in a courtroom, but you tell me what your thoughts are below on throttles, and what kind of thoughts you would have aside from, I really don't need the thoughts of, well, you just ain't going to listen to the big government anyway, because that's only going to last for so long, because when they can't get you to go along with them, they're going to make the industry go along with them, and your bike ain't going to last forever. Let's face it, these things we're getting out of China are not going to last forever, plain and simple. So, yep, that's my thoughts on it. Now, where do we happen to be right now? We are at the New River Trail in Virginia. And this is a new one for us. We're riding part of this because we're actually on our way to someplace else, and we just wanted to get some of the ride in on this particular trail right here. So I think from right here in Virginia, this is Southern Cycling and
Mrs. Southern Cycling.
And what are we going to tell them, darling?
Stay safe.
God bless.
Keep those wheels rolling.
That's right. Once again,
we're out.
Are out.